Welcome, welcome to the Great Plains Association for College Admissions Counseling. We're so happy to have you this afternoon. We have an awesome lineup of institutions for you to hear from this afternoon. So first of all, I just have a quick housekeeping item. So number one, we know you have questions and I want to make sure that you get your questions answered. So at the bottom in the Q&A button or Q&A box, you can put in your question. I do encourage you to list the college or institution that you're directing your question to so they know who needs to respond. So list your question and then put the name of the college that you're asking the question of. Just a reminder, this is a webinar, so your camera and your microphone are off. Our panelists cannot see or hear you. There are more sessions. So there's more sessions later this afternoon, and then there's more sessions for you to sign up for in April. So I would encourage you to sign up for more sessions. This is being recorded this afternoon. So this will be available for playback within a week at that same website where you signed up, along with the recordings from the other sessions happening today. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our first presenter, and you're going to hear from Arizona State University.
Okay, thank you, Courtney. 1 second, everyone, while I get the right stuff shared here. Okay, and I think we're good. Hi, everyone. My name is David Mills. I'm Assistant Director in the Admission Office at Arizona State University. Thank you so much for giving us part of your time today on a Sunday, on a weekend, to learn more about our institutions. I am from Kansas and South Dakota originally, even though I live in the Southwest now. So I totally know where you all are at in your college searches. I was there once myself, though I have moved since then to much warmer weather, which we will talk about as we go through here. Without further ado, I am the admission counselor for Kansas and Missouri students interested in ASU. If you are from Nebraska or Oklahoma today, feel free to reach out to me. My information is right there, and I can get you in touch with your admission counselor at ASU really easily as well. Here we go. First thing I'd like to tell you about ASU is about our charter. This is our mission. This is what drives us at ASU. We're incredibly proud of this, and it's the core of everything we do at ASU. Really, to kind of break down what you see on the screen there, the overall message is that we're trying to be an inclusive university. In a time where a lot of schools are really competitive or really selective and tough to get into, we are a proud public institution that is inclusive and allows students access to that education. As long as you meet our academic requirements, you have that academic foundation, you are automatically accepted to ASU for a lot of our majors. Some majors have a higher academic frame, but if you meet those, you are still automatically admitted to those programs as well. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. But the other key part I think on this is also making sure we're not just getting you to ASU, but we're helping you be successful during your time here and after you leave with what comes next. We'll touch on that here in just a second as well. Now, with being an accessible university means we have a lot of students. We're a big institution, about 75,000 total students, close to 60,000 undergrads. What that means for you is what we like to see is all the benefits of a large university, but without a lot of the drawbacks that you might expect. So for example, ASU has a ton of diversity. It's not just ethnic diversity, socioeconomic diversity, academic diversity, geographic diversity. It's all of those things and more. We also have a lot to choose from. You have over 350 majors to choose from at ASU, over 1,000 clubs and organizations. We are a top-tier Research One institution, so a ton of great research opportunities, even for undergraduates. We are a big athletic school. We're the Pac-12, so you get that school spirit, that vibrant campus life, that excitement. So you get all those benefits, but at the same time, we never wanted to impact you negatively in the academic sphere. So for example, at ASU, we have an 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio. We have big lecture hall classes, but only roughly 6% of our classes are those big lecture halls. Most are going to be between 20 and 40 students. So you should be able to get a high quality education, but still have all the large opportunities and options that big university brings you. Now, I mentioned earlier, making sure our students are successful. We're so proud of our students and taking advantage of all the great resources they have on campus and the opportunities. Last year, for example, 89% of our students had a job within 90 days of graduating. So again, seeing that success, making sure we're not just getting you into the school, but getting you on to what comes next, whether it's your career, whether it's grad school, we want to make sure we prepare you. And of course, while rankings are not the only important thing to worry about in the college search, ASU has some really strong ones, from being #1 in the US in innovation for 6 straight years ahead of some really strong competition like MIT and Stanford, to being top 5 public university in the US for that educational experience. Not every program is a top 10 or top 25 major at ASU across those 350, but we do have top 10 and top 25 ranked programs anywhere from business to photography and the fine arts. So a lot to choose from at ASU. I'm going to pick it up and go fast here because I'm quickly running out of time. Please know ASU has 4 campuses in the Phoenix metro area. We're in Phoenix, Arizona, the 5th largest city in the country. Because of that, we have 4 campuses to serve all of our students. Depending on what major you study, you have a home base. That home base is going to be where you're at for 4 years, living, taking classes, joining clubs. But if there's something else that you want to do at another institution, you have that ability, at another campus, you have that ability. You're a Sun Devil and you're admitted to all 4 campuses. So anything you want to do, there's a free shuttle that connects them 7 days a week, whether it's a football game, a fun class, another club. You can do anything at any campus, but know that we have anything from a really large traditional feeling campus, like say the University of Kansas in Lawrence, that's our Tempe campus, to almost a small private school feel, like the West Campus with only 4,000 students studying there. So drastically different campus experiences within that large university. I'm happy to explain all that in more detail, and I'll drop some links in the chat after I'm done as well. Please also know, I mentioned we have over 1,000 clubs and organizations. There's a ton to choose from Greek life, to community service groups, to the taco eating club, the tree climbing club. We have 7 identity-based organizations. They represent and promote the different cultural voices at ASU. So there's communities and ways you can get involved and build across your time at ASU. We also have one of the top honors colleges in the country, Barrett. I don't have time to go into detail, but no, that is a great option. And our honors college, one of the top 5 in the country. We are in Phoenix. Great weather at ASU, 75 on average throughout the year. So a little warmer than it's been for you all lately, but just know it's a great city for finding a job. We are still accepting applications. You can apply through any of those methods. You can visit our campus virtually to learn a lot more than just what I'm telling you now. And with that, I'm out of time, but I will drop some helpful links in the chat and answer any Q&A that you might have. So thank you very much again for coming.
David, thanks to you and Arizona State. Boy, that 6 minutes goes fast, doesn't it?
Every time.
Next up, you have the opportunity to hear from Dodge City Community College.
All right, we're just gonna set up our shared screen real quick. Maybe. Sorry, give us 1 second. All right.
Good.
No, you gotta press. Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Christina Frick, and I'm an admissions representative at Dodge City Community College, and I have Logan Gleason here with me. And we're excited to tell you a little bit about Dodge City Community College and why our school might be the perfect choice for you. Hold on, we are having a little bit of issues real quick.
It's not showing us what you guys are seeing, so we're gonna...
Hold on, give us 1 second. Why it didn't do it? Okay, there.
There we go.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys.
First off, Dodge City Community College is a very affordable option to get your degree no matter where you live. If you live in Ford County, Kansas, your tuition is only $29 per credit hour. If you live elsewhere in Kansas, your tuition is only $47 per hour. And if you are an out-of-state or international student, your tuition is $57 per credit hour. A big question that we often get asked, especially during the pandemic, is how much higher are online classes? And the answer to that is simple. The The online classes cost are the same cost as face-to-face classes.
Applying to DC3 is very simple. If you go to our website, dc3.edu, the apply tab is at the top right-hand side of the page. Filling out our application is free, and once you have applied, you are automatically accepted after the application has been processed.
Financial aid and scholarships are important no matter where you end up going to school, and the priority deadline for scholarships is April 2nd. There is about $2.9 billion that go unclaimed by students, so apply for those scholarships. Our website, dc3.edu and scholarship.com, have many great scholarships that you can apply for. Also, FAFSA is now available, and you can apply for your FAFSA on studentaid.gov. If you have any questions about how to apply or need walk through the process, you can contact our financial aid office at finaid@dc3.edu.
At DC3, our undergraduate student population is around 1,500 students, so you will not feel overwhelmed with large class sizes, and you will have that opportunity to really gain that one-on-one personal relationship with your peers and your professors.
As a student, you will also have the opportunity to make friends from across the United States and around the world. Currently, DC3 has 38 states and 24 different countries represented.
Another topic we often receive questions about is our student housing. At DC3, we have 4 residence halls. They are Sheldon and Becker halls, which feature apartment-style floor plans, and Jackson and Coleman Webb halls, which feature suite-style floor plans. Our dorms are really set up nicely, and I would say they're some of the best junior college dorms you will see.
Our current list of campus clubs give our students the opportunity to be part of activities that they enjoy. And if you don't have a particular club, students are free to create their own if it is approved by our faculty and president.
Dodge City Community College is also home to 17 varsity sports, and we are home to 2 NJCAA National Championships, 121 NJCAA All-Americans, and countless KJCC Region 6 championships and specialty award winners. I'm sorry, our slides are not going, so they're just taking a little bit of time there.
Another big attractor for our school is our 2-year certificate programs, which gives students to gain experience and get on the job as quickly as possible. All of our certificate programs can be done in 1 to 4 semesters. And this next coming fall, we are adding more programs to our 2-year programs.
Our school cares a lot about your education, and we want you guys to be successful. Our Student Achievement Resource Center, or the SARC, has free tutoring for all students, whether you are taking classes online or face-to-face. The SARC is also offers free printing, computer labs, and quiet rooms. We have great faculty in there that are always willing to help you.
Along with the SARC, we also have many other resources for our students, such as TRIO program that serves low-income students, first-generation college students, and students with disabilities. We also have a great community of advisors here at DC3 that will help you plan your path for your 2 years here as a student at Dodge City Community College.
And now that we have come to our end of our time together, I want to thank you for your attention and also invite you to come and visit the congregation in person. If you have other questions about DC3 or you need help with the enrollment process, please contact us at 620-227-1321. And you can also follow us on Instagram, DC3 Admissions. Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much, Dodge City Community College. Wow, you guys have already heard from some great institutions this afternoon, but we still have a couple more. So those listening, don't forget, you can put those questions in the Q&A feature at any time. You don't have to wait until the presentation comes along. You can put them in beforehand. Just make sure that you list the college or university that you'd like to direct your question to within your question. So next up, I have the pleasure of introducing Northeastern State University.
Awesome. Thank you, Courtney. All right, I'm going to share my screen here. Okay. So my name is Zephram Foster. I'm from Northeastern State University. If you've never heard of us, we are located in Northeastern Oklahoma. So this is my contact info. I'd encourage you guys to write that down so that if you have any questions or need help with anything at all, you can reach out. I'm from Northeastern State University. Northeastern State University is in northern Oklahoma. It is a beautiful, beautiful campus. We are the 4th largest university in Oklahoma. We are right here on the foothills of the Ozarks. So it's a very hilly, green, beautiful area. We're right on the Illinois River. So hiking is really popular. Going to the lake is really popular. Tahlequah, the town that we're located in, is a really beautiful city. It's the capital of the Cherokee Nation. So something just to give you a little bit of context before I go into specifics, a little bit of history of NSU. We were founded as the Cherokee National Female Seminary. That was in the 1800s. And that building you see right there has been there since 1889. That is our seminary hall. So there's a lot of history here. It is a beautiful campus. It's awesome. You can schedule a tour whenever you want and come see us. We'd love that. Okay. So I mentioned we're the 4th largest university in Oklahoma. I always tell people we are the sweet spot as far as size goes. At least for me, when I was picking a college, NSU was the sweet spot. We are big, but we're not too big. We're big enough that there's over 100 different student organizations on campus, everything from art club to history club to Dungeons and Dragons club, whatever you can think of, we have it. But we're also small enough that it feels like a family and it's really personal. So we have an 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio. Your professors are going to know you on a first name basis. You're going to know them. You're going to be able to go to them, talk to them about, figure out what you want to do, what you want to major in, or just if you need help with something, they're available and they are going to know you and know how best to help you. So that was something that was great for me at NSU. We have about 60 different undergraduate degrees. I was a computer science major. We have everything from computer science to art to history to music. Music's really popular. Our most popular degree is education. We're kind of known as a teacher's college because a whole lot of teachers in Oklahoma. That is one of our biggest programs. It is really popular and it's really solid. So if you're looking to be a teacher, there's that. We are also the only optometry school in Oklahoma, one of only 23 in the United States. So if you want to be an eye doctor, come to NSU. It is a really prestigious program, and that's really great as well. So that's all I'll go into there, but just know that 85 to 90% of your classes at NSU have less than 30 students, and that is one of our big sweet spots. Things I really try to hammer home is that it's right there in the sweet spot. It's something that you're going to be able to find your niche, but also get plugged in. Okay, so we are a Division II school. We have 10 NCAA athletics teams, everything from football to baseball to basketball. And something that's really cool is all NSU students get into home games for free of every sport. So that's a really fun way to get plugged in too. Tons of different clubs, art programs, theater, things like that. And the town of Tahlequah is beautiful. If you come tour NSU, go see Tahlequah, see the town. It is just a great experience and a great environment. NSU is really well integrated into the town, so you don't just feel like a college student, you feel like a citizen of Tahlequah as well. Okay, so I won't go too in depth on the rest of that, but one thing I will hammer home before I'm done is we are not only the 4th largest school in Oklahoma, we also have the 4th lowest tuition. So we are an extremely affordable option, and we have a whole lot of scholarship opportunities, especially compared to schools our size. Very, very affordable. I got out of college completely debt-free. I am really thankful for that, thankful for the scholarship opportunities and things like that that NSU offers. So reach out to me if you want more info on those. I will drop my email and phone number in the chat when I'm done, so you can write those down if you didn't get them earlier. We have an honors program with honors scholarships that are awesome, that pay basically full ride. There's also PLC, President's Leadership Class scholarships. Those are the really big ones. And then we also have just general freshman scholarships that are all listed right down here. So those are all really easy to apply for, simple, streamlined process, and they are super helpful. So do not ignore those. I've already talked about our campus a little, talked about how beautiful it is. We have 6 different dorms at NSU. We have all sorts of on-campus dining options like Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, Pizza Hut Express, all that good stuff. We have got all sorts of clubs, like I mentioned, as well as intramural sports if you want to be involved in that kind of thing. And we're a very diverse campus as well. Like I said, because Tahlequah is the capital of the Cherokee Nation, and because we were founded as the Cherokee National Female Seminary, NSU is actually the #1 college in the world for Native American students. So that's something to keep in mind as well. We have specific scholarships and things like that for Native American students. And then, of course, there's just always something going on. NSU's fun, it's lively, and I'd really encourage you guys to reach out to me if you have any questions about specific degrees we offer or anything like that. So thank you guys for listening.
Thanks so much, Zephram and Northeastern State University. Next up, you have the opportunity to hear from Seton Hall University.
Great, thank you, Courtney. Just share my screen here. So hi everyone, my name is Sarah Campbell. I'm one of the assistant directors of admission here at Seton Hall. I specifically work with students from Kansas, but we have other great admissions counselors in our office for the other Great Plains states as well. To get started, Seton Hall is located in South Orange, New Jersey, just about 14 miles outside of New York City. We're a medium-sized Catholic university with 6,200 undergrad students and close to 4,000 grad students. We're split pretty evenly with 51% female and 49% male students. All 50 states as well as 70 different countries are represented, and we have about a 45% diversity rate. We really pride ourselves on personalized attention here at Seton Hall. Our average class size is just around 21 students, even for those intro class sizes. For example, your English class size, just around 15 students. Student to faculty ratio is 14:1, and this does really allow professors to develop those relationships with their students and become great mentors throughout their time at Seton Hall. We have over 90 different undergraduate programs to choose from. All of our different colleges and programs are listed here. I won't go into any detail here, but if you have specific questions, feel free to add it into the Q&A. I will point out that we have a lot of great dual degree programs. So if you're interested in getting your bachelor's as well as your master's, we have a lot of accelerated tracks for those programs. Regardless of what major or program you choose at Seton Hall, students have a lot of opportunity for hands-on learning, whether you want to do research with faculty, study abroad, whether internationally or in Washington, D.C. A lot of great opportunity for community service in South Orange. We have WSOU, our college radio station, and Setonian, popular amongst our communication students. We also have a market research center, mock trading room, and sports polling center within our business school. So again, a lot of great experience before you even touch an internship. A lot of great learning labs and clinical learning labs as well for our health science students, both on our main campus in South Orange, as well as our health sciences campus, which is just about 10 miles from us in the Nutley area. This is a little bit more about internships and career services that we offer at Seton Hall. Currently in our database, there's over 17,000 internship opportunities that our students can take advantage of. There's 12 different career advisors that'll work with you on your resume, a mock interview, preparing your internship applications, and then of course, ultimately helping you find a job. Over 80% of our students have at least one internship before they graduate. Many of them will have more than one. And I think this is why we have such a high employment rate of 93% 6 months after graduation. A lot of employers do also come and recruit directly from our graduates. A lot of the top companies and employers are listed here on the slide. So certainly a lot within finance and media, a lot within healthcare, and even in the sports industry as well. So a little bit more about campus life at Seton Hall. So we have over 150 different student clubs and organizations to get involved in. We also have Greek life at Seton Hall. So this ranges from social Greek life to multicultural Greek life to volunteer-based organizations. So a lot to take advantage of as well. We also have a great student activities board. So they bring entertainment to campus during the week and on the weekends. So they'll have concerts and comedians, guest speakers come. So it's really hard to be bored at Seton Hall. We also are a Division I school. We're part of the Big East Conference. We're definitely most proud of our men's basketball team. They tend to do pretty well in the NCAA tournament, but we have 13 other Division I athletic teams as well. We do also have 25 club and intramural sports for any students who want to stay active on campus but don't want the D1 commitment. And then in terms of housing on campus, we have 6 residence halls, as well as 2 apartment-style buildings. About 80% of our freshmen will live on campus, and then overall about 50% of our students will be on campus, 50% will be off. A lot of the students who are off campus are right within South Orange area, within walking distance of campus. A little bit about the scholarships that we offer our students here at Seton Hall. So we give over $100 million in grants and scholarships every year. 98% of our students will receive some form of aid, whether that's federal aid, state aid, or Seton Hall aid in the form of a grant or a scholarship. All of our students, once they're admitted to Seton Hall, are automatically considered for merit scholarships. These range anywhere from $4,000 to $20,000 a year. On top of that, we also have special scholarships, and students can apply for these directly on our website every year. And then lastly, just some application deadlines that I want to remind you guys of. We have 2 early action deadlines of November 15th and December 15th. What's nice about early action is it's not binding, so you still have the freedom to apply to other schools, but it's nice to get your application in early and really show your interest to Seton Hall. We also have 2 regular decision deadlines of February 1st and March 1st if you need a little bit more time to work on your application. We also are on the Common App, but we also have our own Seton Hall application. Doesn't matter to us which one you submit. We're happy to accept either of those. There is an application fee, but I included an application fee waiver here for you guys, and I'm happy to include that in the chat as well. We'll need your high school transcript and your counselor report, as well as 1 teacher letter of recommendation to support your application. And then typically we need the SAT or ACT this year as an accommodation for COVID. And the lack of testing, we have been test optional for fall 2021 admissions. And this is likely something that'll continue for fall 2022 as well. Overall, we are using a holistic review when looking at your application, so we're taking into account all the different pieces that you've submitted to us. Typically, our students come in with an average GPA of a 3.6 unweighted, an average SAT of a 1235, or an average ACT of a 27. I'll go ahead and add my contact information to the chat for you, as well as some links if you guys want to come visit us for a tour or check us out for a virtual tour as well. But it was great talking with you guys today.
Thanks, Sarah, to you and Seton Hall University. Our final presentation tonight will be from William Woods University.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. We've been having some issues with our server here at the university, so I'm not able to pull up my PowerPoint presentation, so I do apologize for that. But a little bit about William Woods University, and to start out, my name is Spencer Burke. I'm our admissions counselor in charge of the Great Plains area for William Woods University, so I'll be working with each of you throughout the admissions process. A little bit about William Woods community-wise, we're located in Fulton, Missouri, right in central Missouri. We're 25 miles from Columbia, 25 miles from Jefferson City. We're 100 miles from St. Louis and 150 miles from downtown Kansas City, and we're about an hour from Lake of the Ozarks, so we're in a very ideal location. With William Woods itself, on the undergraduate side, we have about 850 students. If you include our online, part-time, and graduate programs, our total enrollment is about 2,000. We have a 13-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio. All of our faculty have an open door policy, so they generally have at least 8 to 10 office hours each week outside of the classroom, and we also offer free tutoring as well. So definitely 2 resources that you'll want to take advantage of here at William Woods. Our average class size this fall, because of COVID, was 8 students. So that's going to give each of you the opportunity to get to know everyone on campus, our faculty, staff, other students. Even more importantly, everyone here is going to take the time to get to know each of you by name. Over the last 2 years, our average placement rate has been 97%. So meaning that 97% of our recent graduates have either found a job or they've continued on with graduate school within 6 months of graduation. So our faculty not only do a great job of teaching the student and keeping them on track with the classes they need, but more importantly for preparing them for life after graduation. We offer over 60 undergraduate academic programs. Our top 5 majors include equestrian science, business, biology, American Sign Language, and equestrian general studies. As part of the admissions process, we require an application that's available on our website, and we're also part of the Common App as well. We'll need a copy of your high school transcript showing completed grades through the end of your junior year. As part of our admissions requirement, we require the student to have a minimum 2.5 cumulative GPA. We're test optional for 2021 because of COVID. Our scholarships to start out, as long as the student meets that 2.5 requirement, the scholarships start out at $10,000 per year, and they could vary. The amounts could range a little bit higher depending on your cumulative GPA, and then the student may be eligible for some additional scholarship and or grant aid through William Woods, and that's contingent on us receiving their FAFSA. Our FAFSA school code is 002525, and once I get the student's FAFSA, I send them an award letter showing their scholarships from William Woods along with any type of additional aid that they qualify for via the FAFSA. One thing to definitely consider is to apply for outside scholarships. So anything in the community, from the school, bank, church, any type of outside scholarship you receive can be added to your financial aid, and you can still apply for outside scholarships when you're enrolled in college as well. A little bit about the campus. It's 225 total acres, but with all of our main facilities, so the residence halls, administrative offices, and classrooms, everything is all right there. So the farthest the student will have to go walking distance-wise is 5 minutes at the most. 81% of our students live on campus all 4 years, and there's always some type of activity going on during the week, whether that be with an athletic event, a theater performance, art exhibit, horse show, Greek life, guest speaker. There's always something going on and something that's easy to get involved with. We have 16 men's and women's athletic programs. About 40% of our students are comprised of student athletes. We have 4 sororities and 3 fraternities on campus, and about 40% of our students are involved in Greek life. We have a program that's called Woods Around the World, so a student can study abroad for 2 weeks during the school year. 2 years ago, we went to Japan and Costa Rica. Last year, we were scheduled to go to Greece and Italy, but because of COVID, we had to cancel those plans. And then we were scheduled to go to Thailand and Cambodia this year, but had to cancel that as well because of COVID. With Woods Around the World, a student can participate in a program that's called Project 123. That's where the student completes 123 community service hours, and this will help pay for half of their study abroad trip. We also have a director of career services on campus that helps students with finding internships, jobs, also with help putting together their cover letter and resume as well, and if they would like to do a mock interview. So that's a little bit about William Woods University. I'll drop my contact information in the chat, and if there's any questions, feel free to contact me at any point in time. Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much, Spencer, to you and William Woods University. I'd now like all the panelists to go ahead and share theirs, to turn back on their cameras. And I'm going to ask them some questions, and we'll go round robin in the order that you originally presented. So what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we'll start with David from ASU first.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great question, especially all of you are probably sitting there wondering how you're going to do this next year if you're juniors right now. I'm going to say, honestly, what sounds to be the most obvious one, but use your admission counselor. If there's nothing else you kind of took away from today, every college out there pretty much has an admission counselor who's dedicated to your state, your high school, your city, something along those lines. And we're all very friendly, very helpful people with a lot of knowledge. We're not scary. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us and let us help you answer questions or help you make that college decision in any way we can, because that's literally our full-time job. So please let us help.
Okay, so I would say go and visit as many colleges as you possibly can, but I also want to tell you, don't count out junior colleges because they are honestly a great option for you. Logan and I both actually attended Dodge City Community College, and it was probably the best 2 years of my life. So affordable, I don't have any debt to pay back, so don't count out junior colleges, I would say.
Awesome. Yeah, so it might sound obvious, but apply for every single scholarship that you can. I didn't know where I was going to go to college until the last second, and I chose NSU because of a scholarship that I received. So even if you have other plans, you think you know where you're going, or you have no idea, just apply. Most of the time when you apply for a scholarship, it's not binding. It's not saying you're going to go there for sure. It's just something that's going to help you and be beneficial to you. So apply for every scholarship.
I would say don't be afraid to go outside your comfort zone. So whether that means applying to an out-of-state school or a school that maybe is slightly bigger or slightly smaller than you were originally considering, I think those schools really have a tendency to surprise you in that way and could actually be a really good fit in some cases.
So 2 pieces of advice that I would give to high school students. Number 1 is to visit as many colleges, universities that are of interest to you. Look at the programs that are offered as far as scholarships, and basically visiting those different campuses, getting a feel for what each place is like, so that way you can compare what each place is like, what you don't like about each place, and then it's a matter of finding the best overall fit for you. The second thing I would encourage you to do is to submit the FAFSA to those colleges, universities, so that way they can put together those financial aid award letters to see if it's going to be the most affordable for you over 4, 5, 6 years, depending on the type of program you're going into.
Thanks, guys. So I'll ask you to answer another question since we still have a couple of minutes. So either pick what's a fun fact about your college or institution, or your favorite campus tradition. And we'll start with David again first.
So I'm going to go with fun fact. Our mascot was kind of 2 fun facts, I guess, rolled into one. It's about our mascot. But ASU, we are the Sun Devils, which we are the only Division I college that has the Sun Devils as a mascot. I love that it is a unique character. That mascot was drawn by a Walt Disney artist back in 1948 and is modeled to look slightly like Walt Disney himself with the kind of mustache and facial features of the devil, the Sun Devil that we have. But very proud, very, we love our mascot.
So kind of on the same lines, ours is about our mascot as well. We just had our 85th anniversary and we named our conch after so many years. We finally named him Coronado. So that's kind of a fun fact that they went this whole time with not having a name, because when I went to Fort Hays, we had a name for our mascot there. So kind of being a part of that with getting a new name, that was kind of fun.
Awesome. So fun fact about NSU, you've probably heard of famous country singer Carrie Underwood. She's actually an alumni of NSU. And a lot of her songs, especially the ones that are more story-oriented and tell kind of stories of stuff that happened to her, happened in Tahlequah. So I'm not saying if you come to NSU, you'll be the American Idol, but I'm saying there's a chance. So
that one's hard to beat. So for Seton Hall, We are often ranked #1 for Christmas traditions and Christmas spirit. And every year we have a tree on campus that we light up. It has almost as many lights as the Rockefeller tree in New York City. And we have carolers sing, and student groups on campus will sing and do a toy drive and things like that around the holidays. So that's always really fun.
My favorite tradition here at William Woods University is known as the Ivy Ceremony. This takes place on the day of graduation, where our graduates walk from the south end of the campus to the north end of the campus, and they're all walking, holding a chain of ivy. And right before the ceremony, our university president cuts off a piece of that ivy chain, gives that to each member of the graduating class. And they use that as a metaphor for that way the student takes a piece of William Woods with them upon graduation. And that's been a tradition the university's had for over 100 years.
Well, audience, I hope that you have enjoyed the afternoon with this great group of panelists. And as was mentioned earlier, I hope that you take a look at all of these smiling faces of these professionals on the screen and know that they are here to help you throughout this process. They are the experts at their institution. And so ask your question of them, ask your question to all the schools that you're most seriously considering. Don't get that information from a friend's brother, sister, ask the expert. So with all of that said, I would like to say thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. When you close out, you're going to see a window that has a quick 4-question survey. So we hope that you'll give us some feedback. Sign up for more sessions. There's 1 more hour worth of sessions this afternoon, and then there's going to be more in April. So if you loved this format, which I think is really great because you get to hear from lots of schools in a short amount of time frame, sign up for more sessions. And this was recorded, as mentioned earlier, and will be available for playback within about a week from at that same website where you registered. And have a great afternoon, everyone, and good luck with your college search. Bye.